My name is Olivier, and today I give you a brief introduction to blokdots, our software. First of all, you open blokdots and you see on the left the board or live view as we call it, and on the right the project view. The next step that what I'm going to do is I just simply connect my Arduino. As you can see, the blokdot software automatically detects the Arduino and sets up everything so you can just start right away. What I want to do now is I want to connect this simple button, and I have here a growth component as they have the unified connectors, and I click on the top left on connect a new component. Here you see a list of all the components blokdot is currently supporting. I'm selecting over here the button, and as you can see on the right, blokdot suggests me where I should connect my button. In this case, I have this Arduino growth shield installed, so it shows me directly that on the top right I can connect it to my D2. If you're not using the growth shield, but you rather want to use a Arduino with just pins, you can switch here to the pin view so you see directly where you can connect it over here. In my case, I use the growth shield, so I will just add it here and connect it to D2 as blokdot suggests. Once I set the component, you see on the top left that here we have the button already appearing, and the moment I press the button, you see how we directly see how the button is used and what we can do. Next, I will do the same process, but this time I want to connect an LED. So again, I click on connect a new component, select over here what component I want to use. In my case, I want to use the LED. Again, it suggests me a pin, so in this case D4. Also, I set the component, and as you can see on the left, the LED appears, and the moment I toggle it on the live view, you see roughly how the LED turns on and off. Great, now we have two components set up, but what I want to do next is make a project out of it. So on the right, we have the project view, where you can also save, open projects, and so on and so forth. But over here, I want to add a simple logic. I click on add card and say when my button is pressed 1 time, then my LED should toggle. I add the card, and you see how it already appears in our project. Once I hit start project, it is already working. So what I do now is I click the button, and as you see, the LED is toggling. We do not only see this here in our hardware, but also on the left in the software, so that you can always verify that it works. Okay, let's try something else. So I remove this one and do the same now, but this time we use an analog component and an analog output. So this time I use a potentiometer. I click on connect a new component and select over here potentiometer. And as you can see, it also suggests A0 as a pin. And what happens here when I set component, we have the same thing. We live see the value of the potentiometer. You can always see that the potentiometer in this case, or any component that we connect into blokdots, is combined here with a value that you comprehend. So here it shows you the value in degrees of the angle that we rotated, while at the bottom you see the live raw value that is the Arduino actually receiving. Now we do the same over here with the servo motor. Again, connect a new component. I type in servo as I know which component I want to use. It suggests me pin D3, so let me connect it to pin D3. And same game as always, I have it now here, and now I can see I control it in my live view. It controls immediately. Now, since we have two analog values, and as you see, we have a wider range over here what we can do instead of what we did before with just 1 and 0, I can also click on add card, add map when, and map my potentiometer onto my servo motor and add the card. And again over here, I press start, and what is now happening, and I think the live view shows it well, that the two motors, or the two components, are now directly mapped along with each other, and I have a more granular control. Over here, we could of course always change the values as you want to, and play a little bit around and have your own custom component. And this is just a super brief introduction on how to set up a basic project in blokdots.